looking into e-waste, there are two different types of e-waste. One is domestic type e-waste. Then next one is corporate e-waste. What are domestics are which we use it in our house. For an industry you need different batteries. Whatever battery you use in your house, so it will be not sufficient for industry. So likewise the cables, if you use a wire in your house, size of wire less than 10 mm. But for an industry you need 20 mm size of wire in order to transfer. More than that you need. The availability will be different for corporate sectors. In your house you might be using only one PC, but in your college nearly 500 plus number of PCs are there. Corporate e-waste is different, where there is huge volume. 70% in India, the waste are generated by the corporates. Only 30% are from the domestic waste from the households. You can see this much of items we will be using in our house, and the waste after its lifetime. What do you mean by e-waste is after consumption of the electrical and electronic material. Both comes under e-waste. Most of the appliances are electrical appliances, but you will be using small gadgets and microphones, chips, pen drive, etc. These are all are some of the other e-waste. You can see the different applications. Large appliances which are refrigerator, washing machines, which is available in domestic e-waste. Small appliances, ICT equipment, computer, mobile phones and printer, television. This is large when you are taking into corporate sectors. But in house, what kind of appliance will be large is refrigerator, washing machine. This items will be large. But whereas in corporate sector, internet and communication technology. So for that we will be using high lighting devices, which are bulbs. Electrical department, most number of lighting bulbs and LED lights will be there. Electronic toys and gadgets will be there. Now in this class, how to manage this? What are the methods to dispose? We throw it off the e-waste. It might be small gadgets, etc. If it is pen drive or smaller than that, it will be unaware that either you have lost it or not, you are unaware. You will be using pencils, but how many of them use till the end I don't know. You will be using pen drive, but somehow it will get lost. Some small gadgets will be get lost. But what is the best way of domestic e-waste is reselling to authorized reseller. Sir, in your class how many types of e-waste are there? Fan is an e-waste. Then this projector, you have wires, switches, biometric, then CCTV, etc. are there. After its lifetime, where you should throw? There are Central Pollution Control Board dealers. So this is being published by CPCB. In their website they have given this. As on status 2022, list of e-waste dismantling and recycling, refurbishing. After consuming this, you have to give it to the proper center. So this guidelines is given here, sending the e-waste to government approved recyclers. This is environmentally safe. So this I have taken from Bangalore only. Bangalore and Ramnagara district. More than 82,000 numbers of refurbished projects are being coming from that e-waste center. Now you have Kerala, then Ramnagara districts are there. Bomasandra you have one. MS Think Recycling Private Limited, their capacity is given here. With the authorization they will give. Sir, if you give your electronic items or some gadgets, there might be stored in that memory. Either safely are they handling or not, which you have to be aware. If authorized places are there, they will take care of the things. Donating or reuse. After consumption for you, if you are buying new mobile phone, what you can do, you can donate it. Or you can reuse for different purpose. For some purpose you might be using, you can change the purpose of the e-waste and you can sell it. Then exchange schemes. So this is one of the example. In the Bangalore you have a company. Zoolopic is a organization. Whatever electronic waste you have, you just make a call for them. They will come and pick the product from your house. It might be bulbs, it might be electronic gadgets, whatever might be your e-waste. They will give the amount for you. How much of the resale amount is there, they will give for you. So they will not ask for transportation charges, etc. Whatever might be your e-waste, from electronics item, ICT equipments, etc. This Zolo pick is available in Bangalore. This kind of things are available which you have to be aware of. Sir, where to dispose you will be not knowing. We will put the bulbs, the used bulbs with the normal recycling bins. It should not be made. Why? Fluorescent lamp bulb. Mercury is available, no? If mercury is contaminated with the soil or water, it causes nervous problem for us. Yes. Next thing is improper disposal through dustbin should not be made, causes pollution for health. Mobile phones, calculators, and this kind of old gadgets, it should not be thrown in landfill as a waste. These are the basic principles. Sir, after consuming e-waste, note that it should not be thrown in solid waste. Dry waste, which are plastics, glass items, then paper waste, cardboard, biodegradable items. These are all called what? Solid waste. You should not mix e-waste with the solid waste. This is a rule. According to Central Pollution Control Board, there are different types of waste which is being segregated. Next thing is biomedical waste generated from hospitals and centers. Those hospital waste should not be mixed with the solid waste which they carried by the municipals. So these three things are different. Electronic waste should not be mixed with them. So this waste, either they have to minimize the consumption, 3 R's. What are they? Either they have to minimize, reuse or recycle. These three things only you should do. Or if you are throwing, if it is not for use, you have to give it to the proper disposal places, not in the dustbin. Every product has a company, no? Electronic products, every product has a company. See, if you are disposing solid waste, you will be throwing the vegetables. Do you have any company? No. That is why you cannot give it back. But e-waste, everything you have a manufacturer. For the CCTV, for the wires, for the fan, in their website. I don't know how many of them have gone through that website. It's Yummy. And in this website, if you go to e-waste management, if you call for them in that e-waste management number, they will come to your doorstep and pick the waste. You don't need to dispose anywhere for any charges. The manufacturer has a responsibility. They will come. Why? Because in 2022, there is an amendment came. What is that amendment? Is EPR. So there is a law according to 2022. Every manufacturer should come and collect for free. They should dispose, they should recycle. It is under a law. They cannot refuse it. If you call them, they will come and pick whatever product they are selling. It might be TV, it might be mobile. Otherwise, what they do is they will give exchange program. Have you seen when you are buying mobiles, you can exchange your product for the old mobile. From 2022, extended producer responsibility. Due to this, all the manufacturer has some particular sections for e-waste management. So they will come and collect for you at the end of the cycle. So eco-friendly design take back program also they will provide. Why? Because if their product is being seen in any solid waste management, they will be imposed with penalties, fines. You can take a photo and if you share it to pollution control board, it might be state pollution control, it might be central pollution control board. This company's product is in solid waste garbage. If you are taking that snapshot and if you are sending to pollution control board, they will fine from 1 lakh to 1 crore rupees to the organization from e-waste management rules 2022. So be aware that polluter pays principle. Who is polluter? Those who are throwing the waste, it might be producer or consumer. They will be penalized. So every product has the QR, I hope. Manufacturing ID is there. Even for your mobile, do you have ID? Laptops, you have ID. All electronic items have an ID. Now, have you gone to this LG website? LG is supplying most number of electronic appliances from housing appliance to the mobile phone, etc. TV, all the electronics item you have. You can return the old LG product. They will be giving you some cash back. 10% or something, but you can call to this number if you have this disposal facility. Now, principle of safe disposal is, sir, where you should dispose. This kind of fluorescent lamp, I told you what toxic chemicals are there. Mercury, and from TVs, old TVs are there, no? From that old TVs you have lead. So this will be discharged into the land or water, which will cause problem. Mercury due to old CRTs, cathode ray tubes. So due to that, flame retardant, if you flame it, not catch the flame quickly. Have you seen? You take any of the electronic item, if you flame it, it will not immediately catch fire. That is called flame retardant. So flame retardant is a chemical they will mix with all the electrical and electronic item in order to reduce the fire. So that causes harmful to the environment. For secure landfill, this kind of CDs cannot be recycled and made it into new CD. See, if you throw a CD, you cannot make it into a new CD. If you throw a bulb, you cannot make it into another bulb. You have to incinerate. Incinerate means what? In a closed channel, you will burn it. That is called incineration. Now, next thing is principle of shared responsibility. That means what? Not only the producer, consumer, recyclers, who are the stakeholders for e-waste, recyclers and government agencies are also one of the responsible person to take care of the e-waste system. Now, principle of resource recovery is, after throwing e-waste, what they do is, the companies, they will separate it into the minerals, whatever mineral is there. Have you seen in any circuit boards? Circuit boards will be there, no? In all electrical components or electronics, you have some circuit board. What are the metals you have in that? Copper will be there, aluminium, silver will be there, even gold is available. Like that, all the things will be separated from metallurgy. So there is a phenomena called metallurgy. I hope you are aware of this. Do you have metallurgical engineers? Metallurgical engineers are there, no? How you study electrical, the same way they study metallurgy. Metallurgy means how you can take different items from a heterogeneous component. You take circuit boards will be having copper, aluminium, gold, silver, etc. At a particular degree of heat, the things will melt. Whatever is, if you have plastic in some material, if you heat up to more than 90 degree or 100 degree, plastic will melt. But silver will not melt. Silver has higher degree. So like that, according to the melting temperature, they will separate it, all the metals, and they will remake it into a new product. Resource recovery. What are the e-waste are there? They will be recovering it. Sir, how much metals will be there in e-waste is, in an average, 60% is metal. Take this projector. What are the items will be there inside is, if you weight it, 60% of weight, the casing is there, no? The casings will be steel. And you will be having inside some copper, because wires are there, isn't it? Coppers will be there, then aluminium, metals will be 60%. Rest of the things will be plastics and other items. Gas items might be there. If you take it, recyclable item in e-waste will be 70%. Only 30% will be rest of the items. So components of e-waste is collection by using take back program. First thing, how to collect the e-waste is, what are the components of e-waste? Collection. What do you mean by segregation? Separation. In e-waste you have metals, plastics, glass items, other minerals. They will segregate. Next thing is they transport. When transporting, e-waste has to be labeled. You are giving to the take back program. See, I have shown you some companies, no? They will take your e-waste back. After that, those companies have to label the product whatever they have received. Running a company is very hard. The manufacturing company, how much products they manufacture yearly, that report they have to give it to Pollution Control Board. Each and every year, how much material they recycled, those things also they have to give the statistic to the Pollution Control Board. So year by year they will ask this in order to renewal the license. So imagine if the company is generating 1 lakh of material, how much material they have received for recycling. For that, the companies are using transportation. In that, labels will be there, proper labeling and documentation for dumping. Next one is storage of e-waste is, it should be stored in fire repellent places, or moisture should not be there. Batteries can cause fire, no? It is getting contact with water, what it will happen? Short circuit will occur, no? Prevents leakage before processing. Storage should be done. Dismantling by the authorized dismantlers. Like that, either you can dismantle manually or mechanically. After dismantling, recycling is there. Sir, how they recycle is, they either use mechanical recycler or hydrometallurgical. What is hydrometallurgy is using some acids in order to dilute all the element. Pyrometallurgical is burning. See, this is an example of pyrometallurgy. You see, these are all called pumps. In pump, what material will be much higher? Copper, then steel. The casing and the holdings will be steel, and you have copper. They pyrolysis. What do you mean by pyrolysis? Is in a closed container, you will be sending the fire here and 0% oxygen will be there. That is called pyrolysis. In the earlier slide I showed incineration. Incineration is in presence of oxygen. If you are burning, that is called incineration. If you are burning something without any oxygen, that is called pyrolysis. While doing this, what will happen? You can separate copper and you can separate the aluminium. If aluminium casing is there and mild steel casing is there, which you can separate it. So this thing you can do it. This is a art of deriving. This is called hydrometallurgical. Acid drips. Can you see that there will be drips here? After separating the small components, the acids will be supplied. From that, in different concentration, the metal will start to dilute. The acids if you are doing, or through the liquid if you are doing, then it is called hydrometallurgical. By that, the uranium they will extract. If any uranium is added in some e-waste, imagine, after this process, they will separate uranium. And treatment of hazardous waste. Sir, certain waste cannot be treated. In the sense, what they will do is, they will be sending the antidote of it. If you have acid waste, what you can do? You can add base, isn't it? Then it will get neutralized. So like that, you can neutralize it. And awareness on education. Last thing is legal policy. Sir, how government takes measures is vessel conviction. There is a website for this. Sir, e-waste, who was the first country? Which country has first talked about the e-waste is Switzerland. In 1986, they have discussed this. And in 1998, they brought the first law. Throughout the world, Switzerland is the first country who brought the law into amendment in 1998 in order to take care of the e-waste. Around 116 number of countries who discussed in this conference. And from this, the well-developed countries, they collect all the e-waste. And then the underdeveloping countries are there, no? They will be having an MOU with them. We will be discharging you this much of e-waste, so you will be paid with this. Like that, they will pay for them and they will discharge all the waste to them. So that country don't have any revenue, they take this as revenue by taking all the waste, and they have this as the revenue. This happened. But after this convictions around all 116 countries, what they have done is, their country is responsible to take care of e-waste. You should not transfer to other countries. Like that, the norm came. This is called Basel conviction. This is transboundary movement. What is transboundary movement is, in between countries, e-waste should not be thrown. This is only been revamped in 2022. Before how many years? In 2 years only. So after the e-waste, a new waste formation has came into effect. What is that? Is battery waste. Earlier, these things are with hazardous waste. I have discussed hazardous waste in last class. Hazardous waste, e-waste is also a component. Before 10 years, whatever rules is applicable to hazardous waste, e-waste also has the same rules. From 2022, the Pollution Control Board has initiated a new rule stating that companies are manufacturing electrical and electronic item, they have a separate rule and they have to follow this. Now note that is battery a e-waste? Earlier it was e-waste, but in latest amendment, batteries are excluded from e-waste. Sir, why battery is a component of electronic item, but why they are separating in the sense, battery has a different dimensions now. Earlier, before 10 years, they only used battery for saving the electricity for houses or for some power generation purpose. Latest technology, even all e-vehicles came into existence. How does hydrogen energy store? I have discussed in hydrogen energy, no? How they store hydrogen energy? Through fuel cells. They store it in battery. So like that, it has been slowly evolving. These are not applicable to the batteries. Amended by the Pollution Control Board. From 2022 they started. Then next thing is radioactive waste are separate, and MSME. Under this act, whatever industries are generating, that is separate. What is the first rule they have said is, those who are manufacturing a product, imagine what electrical items you currently have is your mobile. For that mobile, they have extended producer responsibility. Imagine Samsung organization. They are manufacturing the mobile phone year by year, this much of volume they manufacture. But they have set a target that how much mobile phone you have taken back through take back programs. That has to be informed to Pollution Control Board yearly. Every year they have to give a report to Pollution Control Board stating that, sir, this much is the manufacturing, this much is the waste which are collected in this year. See, companies give targets for the marketing people. They market with us, they give some offers, they sell the product to us. Pollution Control Board will impose some responsibility. After that, where it should reach the manufacturer. Not only for mobile, for televisions, refrigerator, small gadgets, laptops, etc. It has to reach that. This must be obtained by EPR authorization from CPCB. What do you mean by EPR? Extended Producer's Responsibility. Now, this kind of offer they will give. If you buy this mobile offer, now they will give it for refrigerator also. Refrigerator is also an electronic component. Why for electrical and electronic components only they give this offer in the sense? Because of the imposition of law. From 2022 this law exists, hence what they will do is, whatever they have manufactured, slowly they will take back. So this is called collection mechanism. They must set up a collection center or take back program. So next thing is responsibility of customers. Does manufacturer only have responsibility? As a customer we don't have? Yes, we have one responsibility. What is the rule for the customer is, e-waste is to be handed over to authorized collection center or the recyclers. As a consumer, we should not throw it in the dustbin. Our role is to either give it to take back program or to the recyclers. The annual collection of e-waste. This is an example I have taken from the Samsung organization. Samsung, they manufacture number of electronics items. So you see from 2000, this is a cumulative collection. From the company started, how much product they have manufactured till date, that is called cumulative. So in 2021 and in 22, you see the green colors are been cumulative amount of e-waste which are generated, how much they have annually collected. So this is what is given here. So do you see large difference is there? And this kind of suppliers are there. Sir, in Bangalore, who will come and take my electronic waste? In your house, there might be some mixie, grinder or any electronic waste which for no use. You have Zolopic. There is one website is there. Sir, if I am giving my electronic waste, they will give some amount to you. Minimum amount they will give you and you can give that product. In India or in Bangalore particularly, you have this much of website, so you can give back your e-waste to this kind of recyclers in India. So e-waste exchange programs might be there. Now, yes, disposal or non-recycling of waste. Statistics of Samsung, you see amount of e-waste collected by type. How much e-waste they have collected is, these are all in terms of tons. You see 1,13,000 tons of waste is being generated, but how much they have recycled? You see here, the amount of waste which is being recovered is 97,800 only. How much they have collected? 1,13,000 and 97. What is the difference between this? Around 15,000 kg of e-waste which is being non-recycled. This is the thing. So they have given the recycling scrap metal. How much of metal they have collected from 97,000 units? How much they have done recycle and taken the metals, non-ferrous metal, synthetic resins, glass. What is the split up of this? This they have to submit to the Central Pollution Control Board. Yearly they have to submit. The manufacturer is not only giving the products to us, they have to give this kind of report. Violations are happening, then financial and legal penalties will be there. What is the minimum fine the CPCB will impose is 1 lakh. What is the maximum fine they will impose is 1 crore. For a company they can impose this much of fine. Now institutional framework. Sir, who will take care of e-waste? In the sense, in India you have a ministry. I have told every organization is being managed by Ministry of Environment, Forest, Climate Change. This is the ministry for that. Sir, this ministry, what they will do? Formulate policy and issue notification. Then next one, Central Pollution Control Board is the next level. What they do is they grant EPR, Extended Producer Responsibility. They will be giving the grants and monitors the compliances. They will also directly not be contacting the dealers. State Pollution Control Boards issues the authorization to the companies. Who will give the authorization is State Pollution Control Board to all the companies. Next one, the producer. What the producer should do? They should ensure take back program, recycling and safe disposal. This is the responsibility of the producer. What is the responsibility of customer? Sir, government is running a ministry for e-waste. This much of organization is there. What is the customer's responsibility? You should give it back to only two people. Who are they? Recyclers or the manufacturer. We have to give it only to these two people. We should not throw it anywhere. This is our responsibility. Now, e-waste management rule, which is effective from, sir, the rule has been implemented in legislation from 2022, but it is effective from which date? 1st of April 2023. So, manufacturer, producer, these things I have discussed with you. Recycler, consumer, refurbisher is also there. Some people, what they do is they remake that product, the waste product, and make a new product which is second hand product, that is called refurbished. Have you seen in websites most number of electronic components are refurbished, less prices you can see. So there is a refurbisher also. They can extend the products and the refurbished item. So there is a website for this e-waste management system. This website is being launched by the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. Anyone can visit this. Sir, how much of e-waste exists in India? Who are the companies discharging most e-waste? All the statistics are available in this website. The government is managing and the details can be taken by this. Who is responsible and not responsible? Who are authorized? Everything is given in this website. A digital EPR portal is being released. Sir, from when it is released? From 2023 only it is released. This is the website you can visit. Entities covered is from manufacturer to, do you understand the difference between manufacturer and producer? Manufacturers are raw materials. See, you need leather to manufacture shoe. You need cotton to manufacture clothes. That coir is directly available in nature? No. That is the raw material which they derive, and producer is the next level. The raw material is called manufacturing. Producers are whom? They bring products to us. What are the products? Glass is a product, clothes is a product, rubber is a product. What we are getting out of that? Tires. Tires we are getting. Manufacturers will manufacture rubber only. From that they will take the rubber and manufacture the tires. So there are two items are there. One is called manufacturer, producer, after that refurbisher. Up to the customer is there. So list of triple E items. What are triple E items? Electrical and electronics equipments. These items expanded to 106 categories. Sir, in earlier 2016 rule, there was only 21 categories are there. But in 2022, 106 categories they have introduced. So this is called EPR registration. This has been given for all manufacturers, and year by year they will give the authorization certificate like this. So they have given a target 60% for financial year 22-23, and they will give the EPR certificate. You see in this kind of refurbished products, refurbished producer. Dell laptop is available. This is refurbished one. Can you see iPhone? You can shop the items like this, electronic products. iPhones are available for 22,000. How? It is refurbished product. So like this, the company has to take back that product, they have to refurbish it, and then they have to resell it. So this is the next level they have to do before taking it into the scrap. Prohibitions of unregistered entities. If any organization without the registration of CPCB, they should not run. Environmentally sound management is emphasizing or extracting the material. From e-waste they should extract. What are the materials they should extract? Gold, copper and plastics. Then they should safely dispose. So this is the two difference from 2016 rules. What is the new future? In 2016, what they have done is only physical collections. The company has to get the e-waste, but from the 2022 they can do it digitally and real-time tracking. They can make it. So 21 categories were there. In 2022, 106 categories it has been splitted. Manual record keeping is being done, and online registration is open. IMEI number is there now for all the mobile. For all the laptop you have a unique number. Like that they have given unique number for all the products, and they will monitor you. This is called online registration. Now no refurbishing category. In 2016 there is no concept called refurbishing, but now the refurbishing concept is formally introduced. Now next thing, no ERP credit. Here there is a credit system and limited enforcement. If any violations are there, penalties is being introduced currently. Which of the following is not a part of 3 R's? Replace, reduce, recycle, reuse. These three are 3R. What is not there? Replace. The safe disposal principle aims to safe disposal means what? B is disposing non-recyclable e-waste without harming the environment. The principle ensuring e-waste is managed without harming human health or environment is B is environmentally sound management. Now, under e-waste management rule, which principle holds accountable for post-consumer product? C is what? Extended producer responsibility. Next one. The process of separating useful and hazardous material in e-waste is called B is the answer. Segregation. The extraction of valuable materials like gold, copper and plastics. Recycling. Yes. The safe handling and neutralization of toxic substance like lead and mercury occur during treatment of hazardous fraction. Yes. The process flow of e-waste management is correctly represented as, what is the process? B is from collection it starts, segregation, dismantling, recycling and disposal. Domestic e-waste mainly originates from C, household and residence. Which of this is safe method of disposing domestic e-waste? A is sending to authorized collection centers. The e-waste management rules were notified in which year? 2016. No, 2022 it is revamped, but first time they have introduced in 2016. That has been revamped in 22. So answer is B. Which of the following are the responsibility of producers under the 2016 rule? A is called what? Collection of e-waste through take-back programs. 2022 rules restrict the use of hazardous substance in electronics. Answer is A. Lead, mercury, cadmium, chromium, these are all called hazardous substance. 2016 rule promotes which platform of e-waste trade and recycling? E-waste exchange. Yes. Which e-waste management rules came into effect into the form? E-waste management rules 2022 came into effect from 1st April 2023. Key principle introduced in 2022 rules is B is digital extended producer responsibility. Before that, there was manual work they have to do. The companies have to manually collect this. So, digitally they have introduced. Now, the number of categories of electrical and electronic equipments covered under 2022 rule is 106. Next one, which of the following is newly included in 2022 rules? B is refurbishing. The companies can refurbish and sell the electronic items. Which document is issued to the recyclers to producers after recycling e-waste? A is ERP credit certificate. Next thing, 2022 rules promotes which economic model? B is circular economy.